Hey everyone, it's Jack from Cultaholic.com, back again with some breaking, massive wrestling news in the past few minutes even. It's maybe the biggest news story of the year so far, I want to say, in terms of wrestling. Daniel Bryan has been officially cleared by WWE to return to the ring. What? Yes, in an official announcement by WWE, they have stated that not only has Daniel Bryan undergone various different tests with various different doctors from around the world and passed each and every one of them, as we know, he has mentioned that freely in interviews before, but he's always been uncertain about whether WWE would clear him. That was always the key issue. But now they've said that he's also being cleared by Dr. Joseph Maroon, a WWE employee himself. WWE also mentioned in the statement that they kind of teased, will Daniel Bryan be available for WrestleMania? Will he be on the road to WrestleMania like everybody else? And of course he will. It's Daniel Bryan, he's returned. This is absolutely huge news. But the key question now is, where will he fit in on the WrestleMania card? Now, the most natural fit in my mind, and I think in most people's mind, would be that feud between Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And it seems as though, even though the official match right now is Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, their attack on Shane last week seemed to imply that it would be Shane and someone versus Kevin and Sami, or maybe a triple threat or even a handicap match. But now that Daniel Bryan's back in the picture, the obvious thing for me seems to be a tag match pitting Bryan and Shane against Owens and Zayn. But then it opens up a whole other world of possibilities as well, because if Daniel Bryan's back, is that really where WWE want to put him? Do they want to put him in a match which, compared to some of the other ones on the WrestleMania card, isn't that big a deal? I guess it's just a case of who's free to wrestle him at WrestleMania and who's free in terms of like storyline, who could naturally be pitted against Bryan at such short notice. And when you look at it, really, it is difficult, because you kind of see that the only one which is ready-made for him to step into, the only storyline, is that SmackDown storyline between Shane, Owens and Zayn. On the other hand, does there need to be any further story than Daniel Bryan can wrestle again? Here he is an opponent for him. I certainly wouldn't complain. I'd love to see him in a singles match again. I'd love to see him in that Intercontinental title scene over on Raw against The Miz, because he and The Miz have such an ingrained built-in rivalry that's been built up over the past year or two. I'd like to see him against Renee Young. I'd like to see the feud of Talking Smack. I'd like to see Daniel Bryan against anyone. I would still obviously be very excited to see him in that tag match, were it to become a reality and become a thing. But at the same time, I feel like there's so much more possibility, like when it comes to who his opponent could be. There's so many wrestlers that I want to see him wrestle now. I want to see him against Balor. I want to see him against Styles. I know those guys are on, well, I know that Balor's on Raw, but I know Styles is in another program. But I just want, guys, you know what I mean? I'm so excited. I just want to see Bryan against everyone. Now, of course, the other key thing to note here is, what will Bryan do after WrestleMania? He can't stay as SmackDown general manager. Surely he has to return to in-ring competition. But also, what does this mean for the independent scene, who was so looking forward to kind of ensnaring Bryan into their clutches once his WWE contract ran out? I don't know if he'll do that now. He'll probably stay with WWE and work a limited schedule. I don't think they'd push him into full-time competition again straight away, and he'd probably collect more money by doing so. But at the same time, it's tremendously exciting news, and I hope you're as excited as I am. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and thank you very much for watching. I've been Jack from Cultaholic.com. Apologies for my excited tone. I can't even get my words out, because this is such huge news ahead of WrestleMania. You can follow me on Twitter at Jack the Jobber. You can follow all of us at Cultaholic, and check out our Patreon if you want as well, patreon.com/Cultaholic. Thank you for watching this video. Daniel Bryan's back, and never forget to join us.